Coming up, another attack ad targeting a Fargo City Commissioner running for re-election. How Dave Piepkorn is responding. A warning for drivers from area law enforcement officers about the 100 deadliest days of summer. And Governor Burgum taking more heat over his contributions to a political action committee. Hello and welcome to the Nightly Review. I'm Tom Tucker. We begin with a look at tonight's headlines, then a closer look, with comments tonight from a state transportation engineer talking about area road improvement projects. And in tonight's one-on-one, a conversation with a Fargo woman who is receiving a special honor for her nearly 20 years of volunteer work providing comfort to people in hospice. But first, a jury this afternoon delivered a guilty verdict against Brandon Roosevelt Grant, the man charged with attempted murder in connection with a shooting in downtown Fargo. It happened in February 2021 behind the Bismarck Tavern. A jury of 12 found Grant guilty on all 6 felony counts, 3 for attempted murder and 3 for aggravated assault. The 3 men who were shot all survived. Another scolding ad has come out taking a shot at the only Fargo City Commission candidate running for re-election this June. The ad features Fargo City Commissioner Dave Piepkorn with a bag over his head. It also refers to Piepkorn as the stupidest local politician in America and as an embarrassment. The mailer, which was found in Fargo residents' mailboxes, follows a similar ad mailed last week. It is paid for by the Brighter Future Alliance. Piepkorn calls the mailings hit pieces. A motorcyclist is injured after crashing into a car. It happened yesterday afternoon on I-94 when 20-year-old Saher Ismail on the bike was weaving in and out of traffic at high speed and rear-ended a car. Ismail was thrown from the motorcycle and suffered serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The Highway Patrol is now investigating. Flags are flying half-staff in the city of Grand Forks to honor fallen police officer Cody Holte. It has been 2 years now since the 29-year-old was shot and killed in the line of duty. The police department says they're honoring his sacrifice and dedication to serving the community. Holte left behind a wife and son who was just 10 months old at the time of his death. Friends and family of Fargo Moorhead restaurant owner J.C. Henricks are hosting a fundraiser to help Henricks pay significant medical bills as he recovers from a heart attack and quadruple bypass surgery. Henricks is the co-owner of Jay's Smoke and Barbecue. The Party for a Cause event put together by Lend a Hand Up takes place Saturday, June 11th at the El Zagal Shrine at 1429 3rd Street North. Well, state and local law enforcement officers from both sides of the Red River gathered today to observe what they call the 100 deadliest days of summer.
And that's the summer months when people are going to do a lot more traveling, whether it's the summer vacations on the way to the cabins, camping, whatever it may be. So we just want to get that message out there.
Minnesota State Patrol Sergeant Jesse Grabo was among law enforcement officers who gathered today in Moorhead to remind drivers about the potential dangers of driving during the busy days between the Memorial Holiday weekend and the Labor Day weekend. They remind drivers to buckle up, obey the speed limit, stay off the phone, and to stay sober while behind the wheel. Several North Dakota lawmakers are raising concerns about Governor Doug Burgum's contributions to a political action committee. Burgum has donated nearly $1 million to the multi-candidate committee Dakota Leadership PAC this month. Representatives Rick Becker, Jeff Hoverson, and others say Burgum's donations are inappropriate. Becker compared the donations to a mob boss ordering mobsters to break the legs of his opponents. North Dakota law enforcement agencies are considering a proposal to renew mutual aid agreements between the state and Minnesota. Today, agency representatives talked about additional training North Dakota officers received after Minnesota's use of force laws changed in 2020. Efforts are underway to restore mutual aid between the states after more than a year without such assistance. South Dakota voters will get another chance to decide the issue of marijuana legalization. The Secretary of State has certified petition signatures, meaning the issue will return to the ballot in November as Initiated Measure 27. The signatures were submitted earlier this month by South Dakotans for better marijuana laws. And on a lighter note, 8 ducklings are reunited with their mother duck tonight after the ducklings were rescued from the storm drain in my backyard at my home in South Fargo. Fire crews from Station 2 were called to the house, and they put a ladder down the drain and rescued the ducklings one by one and set them out in the yard next door, where they all eventually waddled off. My wife Patty discovered the ducklings in the drain after noticing the mother duck frantically pacing near the drain cover. In a closer look tonight, area road improvement projects are the topic. A state transportation engineer says you should prepare to see lots of orange on rural roadways this summer.
We have a lot of projects in our rural sections where a lot of chip seals, overlays, things like that. So we do have over 28 projects that we'll have to do. So I mean that's average or more than average. But the motorists just aren't going to see that big urban one this year from us.
Joe Piepkorn with the North Dakota Department of Transportation asked motorists to slow down around construction sites. He also says road crews at work frequently see drivers on their phones as cars pass by. After dealing with significant supply chain issues last year, the assistant district engineer says the agency has learned a lesson or two.
You have to plan it out and anticipate there's going to be some shortages and some longer wait times. So that's one thing we learned, and I think we did a pretty good job of that this year. So far in the district, we haven't heard any supply shortages where the contractor can't get their materials.
Piepkorn says don't expect to see large road construction projects in Fargo this year because their summer work includes what he calls a lot of smaller builds in more rural areas. Well, if you find watching the Nightly Review is a good way to stay informed when it comes to news and issues here in the Red River Valley, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell button below to make sure you don't miss the next episode. A gorgeous day weather-wise across the region as we head into the Memorial Day weekend. What's in store over the next few days? Meteorologist Justin Storm is in the Skywatch Weather Center with a look at the forecast.
Thanks, Tom. We'll see skies going mostly cloudy as we head into tonight with a few scattered showers and thunder showers likely after midnight into early Saturday morning. We'll drop down to a low in the upper 50s with a southeast wind around 5 to 15, which will gust as high as 20 for your Saturday as the wind turns to the west. Skies will go partly cloudy with a high in the upper 70s, and we'll see another round of showers and some thunderstorms coming in late in the day Saturday into Saturday night. Those will push into Sunday early morning, then just a slight chance for a few scattered thunderstorms Sunday afternoon. It does remain breezy with highs in the mid-70s, and a couple of those storms on Sunday could be strong to severe.
It could happen to you or someone you love. One moment, one diagnosis can change everything. Thankfully, there's a program that helps caring people uplift families through a crisis. Lend a Hand Up, raising financial help and hope through community benefits and online campaigns. A program that boosts generosity so gifts go further. Lend a Hand Up helps you help your neighbors. Learn more and give at lendahandup.org.
Welcome back to the Nightly Review. My guest for tonight's one-on-one conversation is Heather Butler. She's a Fargo resident whose name will be on the new site for the hospice of the Red River Valley, which just broke ground yesterday. Heather's house, when finished, will be an 18-bed inpatient facility, which will provide service to people with serious illnesses who have chosen to end curative treatment. I asked Butler about the groundbreaking for the new $28 million site and what it means for her and her family.
Well, it was 2020 when Tracy approached me about co-chairing this capital campaign. I've been a hospice volunteer here since 2004. So over the years, I have seen many different circumstances and situations with the patients that we have the privilege to serve. And it really struck a chord when COVID hit. And as a whole organization, we saw many patients unable to be seen and their families unable to see them, as well as volunteers and staff here. So we really felt the need to really put this hospice house in high gear. It did set us back a little bit on fundraising when everybody was, home and not being able to go out and be part of the community. But I give a ton of credit to Tracy. She stuck to her guns. We have a wonderful committee of people, an incredible amount of donors that have come together to make this a reality. So we're really excited about the patients that we're going to be able to serve from here on out for many years to come.
Why was it important for you and for others to support this project, especially from a financial standpoint?
I guess being part of hospice at a rather young age. This was something that just really touched me. I feel that being part of hospice is something that brings me as much, if not more, than what I'm able to give, both of my time and financially. My husband's dad passed away under hospice of the Red River Valley, and I actually just lost my father 12 days ago from a terminal illness. So just seeing the people who dedicate their lives to helping others in the most critical and fragile time in their lives is something that Dan and I both feel very strong about and are very grateful to be able to be a part of.
So what is it like for you to know that your name is going to be on this wonderful facility?
To be honest with you, you could ask Tracy that. I struggled with that. It's not really my personality, but I guess in talking with her and some of the staff, I do enjoy a house full of people. I do enjoy a kitchen full of people. We love to laugh. We love to be together, and like I said, in times of good and times of bad. So it's an honor that I was asked to place my name on this, and it's something that I don't take for granted, and I'm very, very grateful for.
So you have served as a volunteer since 2004, supporting people who know their lives are coming to an end. What has that been like?
As a volunteer, I've had the ability to be a part of many patients' journeys along the way, and every one of them has been near and dear to me, and there are some obviously that stick out further than others, but it's been such a blessing to me and to my family, and I'm just really grateful to be part of such a wonderful organization.
And I'd like to thank Heather Butler for joining me for tonight's one-on-one conversation to talk about the new Heather's House, which is now under construction in South Fargo at 3800 56th Avenue South. The new facility is expected to be completed sometime in 2024. Well, that will do it for this Friday night, May 27th, 2022. I'm Tom Tucker. Thanks for watching the Nightly Review, and please be sure to remember the reason for the Memorial Day holiday on Monday.